Unfiltered podcast. Another one today. Jalen Hurts is a rich man. Jalen Hurts just signed a record extension with the Philadelphia Eagles. Here are the numbers here. $255 million over 5 years, $179.3 million guaranteed. $51 million average annual is the largest in the league history, putting him ahead of the likes of Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, and Patrick Mahomes. All right. Obviously, this guy just took his team to the Super Bowl this past year. Let me just say this. You guys know me. This podcast, you know me for a long time. It's all my podcast I do. I am in no way a Philadelphia Eagles fan whatsoever. You guys know I'm a New York Giants fan. I've been a Giants fan since I was 9. I've always hated Eagles. But I will say this much. Jalen Hurts is someone that's so easy to root for. He actually makes me hate the Eagles less, if that's even possible. I've been on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon, or what do you want to call it, fan thing, what do you want to call that, for a long time. I have been cheering for this guy, and this is funny because I'm not even an Alabama fan, but if I go back to his Alabama years, this guy is class personified. This guy's a remarkable human being. You know his story. He puts his work ethic, his climb. He loses his job to Tua Tagovailoa after he gets benched in that College Bowl national title game. Loses his job, gets transferred to Oklahoma. He's actually in the Heisman race at that time too, under Lincoln Riley. He does that, and then he gets drafted by the Eagles. Most people don't think he's a starting quarterback. People think he'll be like a high caliber backup. I don't know. It's a great story of a guy who exemplifies hard work, who exemplifies when you put the work in and you lean on faith, you lean on just on goodwill. Good things can happen. The Eagles got a great one. I've been saying this all along. Even after he had that last year Super Bowl this year, but the year before that, when they lost to Tampa in the wild card round, people were off the wagon saying, "Well, they're going to draft a quarterback. Maybe you start what was the other guy, the backup court they had, whatever his name is, doesn't matter, Uncle Rico, whatever." People were saying that they should try to go another direction of a quarterback. By the way, that was Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew for the Eagles. Well, not there anymore. Was the people saying they should start him instead of Jalen Hurts? And then all he does have an MVP type season. He was literally second MVP voting this year behind Patrick Mahomes. He deserves it. He deserves his contract. He deserves this. Every dollar. Eagles have a good one. They have a great one. Obviously now, with this comes some more pressure now. Eagles were in the Super Bowl last year. Nearly pulled out the win against Kansas City. Obviously you sign a contract, a big deal like this, it's going to hamper the amount of space you have to spend on other players going on the road. But this is a good deal too, though, because it's still team friendly enough. But both sides here keeps the Eagles flexible for the years to come to stay competitive. It's also a deal that Jalen Hurts could dip back again at age 30 or 31, if he's still really good, and get another big contract out of this. So it's a win-win for both teams here. Also, the other question marks about what does this do for, say, Lamar Jackson. Some people say it hurts him. I think, if anything, it helps him. Now, the question is, the reason why it's hard to answer the Lamar Jackson question, though, is because all the stuff we're hearing about Lamar, in terms of he was offered this and this and that, and what's true, what's not true. There's a lot of stuff out there we don't know what's true or not, and I don't want to run with narratives like that. But I think this contract now at least somewhat course corrects the market in a sense, but also at the same time it gets the number closer to where Lamar wants it. Oh, probably allegedly wants it anyway. That's my thought. Now, obviously, this is about Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson, but this is the overall overview of quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts is right now the highest paid player in NFL history. That's going to change once Joe Burrow gets his deal, and that might change again once Justin Herbert gets his deal. And again with Lamar, where he gets hurt too is, and he's fantastic too. He's top 10 in the league, obviously, but where he gets hurt here too in this situation is the fact that you have 2 years now where you've gotten hurt at the end of the year. We know you're great. We know that when you're on the field, you stand for over 7% of the win percentage of Baltimore's wins when you're on the field. You know when you're on the field, more times than not they're going to win games. You're a Super Bowl contender when they're on the field. But again, Baltimore has questions long term, and these last 2 years, the way it ended, certainly puts that perspective in light, and puts that actually makes Baltimore look a little smarter by waiting here. But I do think this deal helps Lamar in a sense. It gets the numbers closer. If I'm Lamar Jackson, and again, he's not an agent, so obviously how this works. If I'm Lamar, I ask for a deal similar to what Jalen has got. This is me. But again, that's his money. I'm not saying that he has a goal in mind. He has a number in his head he wants to reach, and damn it, if that's the way he feels, then so be it. But that being said, Jalen Hurts, as a guy who's a New York Giants fan, diehard, 30-something years, and hates your team, but respects the hell out of you, congratulations. And by the way, you notice, I know he has seen this too also, his entire marketing team, his agent and, all the people around him, all females. Empowering women also, which is great. Fantastic story. Like I said, he's doing the right things and saying the right things. And, we see stories about people, athletes who seem like they're good dudes, and then, these things come out. Some true, some not true. Like Deshaun Watson, for example. Some true, some not true. We'll see. But Jalen Hurts, I get a good feel about Jalen Hurts here. I really do. So, congrats to Jalen Hurts on the new record deal. And now we'll see how, in years to come, how he does if this team could just continue winning in a big way with him at helm.